Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's your man Rico. Y'all come running with me. I was out earlier, but y'all, early the sun to peek through those gray clouds, and boom, I'm in the middle of it now. So I try not to run too much in the sun. But anyway, so forgive me if the sun is glaring. But whew, ouch, shit. Sorry, mosquito. Hope everybody's still enjoying their 4th of July. Y'all see the title of it? It's called the 4th of I Know You Fucking Lying. Y'all make sure to like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist. Once I get up to like 1,000 or 1,500, I'll start doing more lives so we can have more interactions. But right now I'll be uploading. I think I have an interview coming up in a week or so that y'all might like. Shout out to my man Dominic the author, or Dominic the poet, something like that. Anyway, good morning again, and check out the description box, and got some goodies in there. But I want to talk to y'all just a few minutes about this day, the 4th. Before I go there really quickly, of course, I scour the internet, just checking stuff out like everybody else. I'm nobody different. I'm not an anomaly in this game. I just kind of look around and, I look around and see things that kind of stick out I find interesting. And what has become very interesting to me is all of a sudden, since the Supreme Court ruling about affirmative action being connected to college admissions. And by the way, there's an awesome video by Professor Black Truth. I may put the video in this description box. It talks about the affirmative action thing. It's 30 minutes long, but it is awesome. That guy does awesome research. He does it all. Ivan, what's up? It's him. These are my 3 go-tos when I want to hear what's going on. It's Professor Black Truth, or Moment of Truth, as they call it. TD Hip Hop, TD, the letter T, the letter D, Hip Hop, TD Hip Hop, and Taurian Rain, like Taurus, TAUREAN, REIGN, Taurian Rain. Those are my 3 go-to guys. If I want to hear some really breakdown, I go to the Black Authority on some Sunday nights. And so, y'all check those 3 guys out. If you really want to be caught up on what's really going on, a lot. I mean, they break down everything, things that we don't even think about. They're on it. So shout out to these 3 guys. But since the Supreme Court ruling, all of a sudden, you start seeing all these really smart people come out of the woodworks all of a sudden. Talking about, so affirmative action meant that because of the color of our skin, we can get in, but white privilege has always been the affirmative, and now they want to talk about it. We've had our scholars, hell, I've even spoken about it. We've had our scholars talk about how affirmative action really wasn't for us in the first damn place. But y'all go scour the internet. You'll see all these brilliant people coming out of nowhere. Now you got so much shit to say after the fact. We need our people to be more proactive, like TD Hip Hop, Taurian Rain, and Professor Black Truth, or Moment of Truth. We need y'all to just bring it up a little bit, because when people are telling you stuff in the beginning, y'all so busy trying to be multicultural and multiracial that y'all ignore them because it goes against that narrative. So people are already, good morning, how y'all doing? It's already telling y'all. So they're already trying to tell y'all, right? So, but anyway, I want to say this about 4th of July. First of all, I'm glad the month of July has arrived so we can be through with all that damn LGBT. I'm gonna get into that just for a couple of minutes. See, if y'all hadn't noticed, or maybe you didn't notice, and I told y'all in the last video how corporate America really sponsors that. They really sponsor them. So you would think that nothing else is going on in the month of June. And I want to say, shout out to those who didn't allow, quote unquote, Pride Month to overshadow men's mental health, Black Music Month, Juneteenth. We didn't allow that. Not too many people. And so people are finally waking up to the bullshit, to the propaganda. And white corporate America don't mind chopping his own nose off to spite his face, meaning Bud Light has been losing all kinds of millions of dollars. When they try to put that Mulani guy who poses as a trans, put him on the cover, and real beer drinking white boys like, oh hell no, you know, we're not buying no beer with this motherfucker with the rainbow in the can or Bud Light, and this weirdo prancing his weird ass around and all the commercials on YouTube, and they let their voices be heard. And they fired the chick at Bud Light who thought it was a good idea. White girl. They fired her. And so people are not really going for this crap anymore like they used to. And so I wanted to continue to encourage in my community, Black people, to continue to put up the Facebook posts, to continue to remember Juneteenth in its original form, not as this now carbon copied, commercialized event. Well, let's continue to remember Juneteenth and don't allow them to take Juneteenth away from us because they want to sell T-shirts with white folks on the cover, on front of the T-shirts. You know, we don't want to just lay. We can't lie down. Just take this line down, because we too have a stake in this country, regardless of how terrible it is. At times, we have a stake, and we have things that belong to us. Stop selling out our stuff because you having sex with white girls, because you getting babies by white men, because you want to have the Black and Brown Coalition. Stop selling out our stuff. Y'all know what the fuck our stuff is. Juneteenth is ours. Black Music Month is ours. Hip hop is ours. All of it. Stop selling it out while everybody else gets to keep their Jewish, Italian, Irish, Spanish, Hispanic. They get to keep their stuff. You understand? I know some of you multiculturalists and diversity inclusion Blacks. Oh, wow, Rico. You're trying to practice segregation all over again. Well, you go back and look at segregation, it wasn't so bad, except for we needed more armory and utility to fight up them white folks that thought they can come on our land, on people's lands and their farms and talk shit. You know, we had more guns and we were more together. Emmett Till never got snatched out of their house and taken off. That's the only thing didn't have enough guns. If we had enough guns and enough guts, segregation would have been fine, because we had the ingenuity to create our own. That's what segregation did, for those of you who crying about that. Well, it's like segregation all over. And every time, and it's so funny, when I hear these Blacks get to yelling, you know who you are. They're trying to take us back to the old days. They're not going to take you back. If they do, they take you back to what? When you loved yourself? That's what this affirmative action ruling seemed to be doing. It's sending you back to when you loved yourself. And when you loved Black, you loved Blackness. Because now, all of a sudden, all these Negroes who are so multicultural, multiracial, diversity, inclusion, and all that shit. If you don't want our Black scholars, Harvard and Yale and North Carolina, we'll take our Black scholars to HBCUs. How can you want to send them there in the first damn place, which is smart ass? Now the white boy shut the door in your face. Now you want to come back. Yeah, I said it, I'm going to keep saying it. Because y'all was with the shit for too long. Been with the shit for too long. And you know who you are. So, Now we're here on the 4th of July. We've always talked about how, or we say 4th of July or 4th of July. We always know that. But really, this day 4th, no pun intended, we're going to have to keep this thing in our heads like it's okay to have a nation within a nation. Malcolm X talked about that to the day he died. He even tried to take our nation global. Nation within a nation, because every group has a nation within this nation. Good morning, Claude. Every ethnic group has a nation within this nation because we live under capitalism. Black people got suckered into that lie of integration and assimilation, and look at us, just look stupid. We scared to even demand stuff because, well, you know, we out here together. Yeah, y'all work with other people all day long, and they go back home to their culture. And we always trying to say, what is black culture? Well, we probably need to get back to the history books and find out what it is. I don't think black culture is chitlins. You know, our culture is our rhythms. Our culture is our history. And more and more of us are finding it out, I guess, by force. And so to all those white conservatives and those closeted conservatives going under the guise of liberal or Democrat, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Because these black attorneys that's coming out of these black and white law schools every day, they're going to learn their goddamn mission in a minute. They're going to learn their purpose. See, we are here. We are foreign people in a strange land. Y'all go read your Bibles, religious folks. We're those people speaking a foreign tongue. Y'all gonna understand our purpose. Y'all understood my purpose when I came out with my master's degree in social work. I knew that I wanted to work with black people. Could understand. When y'all get y'all law degrees, your PhDs, y'all go straight to the big white schools and teach the white kids all of the good stuff. I taught at a white university for a little while, but I felt uncomfortable. Not that I didn't feel uncomfortable because I didn't think I was competent. I just felt, you just like, I'd rather be teaching my social work knowledge to black kids at Texas Southern, at Grambling, at Howard, at Hampton. I'd rather be teaching my kids what I've learned over 28 years as a social worker, master's level social worker, licensed alcohol and drug counselor. I'd rather be teaching it to them than other people's kids. Does that make sense to y'all? I know it, man. It don't matter where you at, man. Shit, get that money, man. Look, we all trying to get that cash. And we need it. And we can do it. We can make money with each other. If you don't believe me, how you think Walmart is so rich? How you think the Asians are so rich? They sell us jewelry, hair, they sell us barbecue. They sell us everything. They make millions off of us. For some reason, we think we can't make millions off of each other. It's the most amazing thing to notice, to observe. It's the most amazing thing. Everybody else can make millions off of black folks, but we can't seem to make millions off of black folks unless it's a couple of things, entertainment and sex. Other groups make money off of all kinds of ways, selling us clothes, food, shoes. They sell us housing. They sell us cars. Sell us everything. But we're under this disillusion that the only thing we can say to black folks is hot wings and be party promoters, which is nothing wrong with any of that. I just want us to expand. We should really be killing the medical industry. All these black folks out here to go to medical school. I don't understand when they come out with their dentists, their DDSs and their MDs and their doctor of psychologies and PhDs, why they have not formed conglomerates to service the black community across America. Because plenty of black folks go around and need all that. And guess what? We can have the same access to state and federal funds like these other groups. Because one thing about it, we tend to ignore that we are taxpayers here. We're supposed to be accessing the same money that white and Hispanic and gay and all these other groups access. Isn't it interesting that those other groups can access state and local tax dollars, federal tax dollars to build whatever they want? And we act like we don't know how to even write a letter to the goddamn city councilman in our city. Hell yeah, a lot of white folks in your cities A lot of other groups are benefiting. Their neighborhoods aren't built just on their money. It's built off of your money too, fool. We around here talking about the ghetto and the hood and shit. Yeah, believe it or not, a lot of hood people, a lot of black folks in the hood pay taxes. Instead of just demanding $100 million of your tax dollars to go toward the revitalization and the re-empowerment of your neighborhood, you'd rather move out and take your million plus dollars in tax dollars to move to their neighborhood that they use your tax dollars to build. Come on, help me, goddammit, for that to make sense. Help me. And by the way, I remember civics class in the 8th, 9th grade, but I'm not just proficient in it. You know, we got all these black people running for state representative, city council, all these congressmen, all this shit, but none of them have a plan to siphon some of these tax dollars from the same money that everybody pays. And then when you look at statistics, the FBI statistics, the United States stats, will show that blacks are almost paying double the tax of everybody else. Poor people almost pay more taxes than folks who are considered rich. And so poor people should be getting the low income neighborhoods should be getting more, the lion's share of tax dollars. But y'all keep electing these folks who have no interest in demanding that the state, federal government, look, we need $50 million block grants because we got some building to do. We have some houses to knock down and rebuild. We have some people to empower, but we don't do that. Yes, I'm talking about this on the 4th of July. Because see, the 4th of July still all ties into what we're still going through. Everybody understands when you look at the numbers. See, if you look at the numbers, just look at the numbers, look at the dates. 1776, when America's supposed to have gained its independence from Britain and all that shit. They were fighting to get white folks fighting to get away from white folks. No, I know they terrible. But in 1776, what the fuck you think we were? Even when they signed the Declaration of Independence, when they did our United States Constitution, what y'all think we were? According to numbers, I guess the so-called the enslaved African American was freed, what, 1865? 1863? Then in Texas, 1865, and they found about it. So 1776, we were still in full enthralled slavery in this country. Still being beaten, sold, and sodomized, and raped, and stud farmed, and all that shit. And fed white Jesus, and all that shit. So Negroes around here wearing American flags and singing Yankee Doodle Dandy, you look stupid. I'm not saying disrespect the flag because we have ownership in it. As Fannie Lou Hamer says in her famous speech, our blood is drenched in that American flag. Or she said, our flag is drenched in our blood. So yeah, we have a huge stake in it. I need for us to start acting like it. But let this be the last 4th we celebrate harder than we do Juneteenth. And then we do 1863. And then we need to start acting like free people and stop acting like a bunch of multicultural, diversity, inclusion, multiracial dumbasses. Need to stop doing that. Now, am I advocating that people start disliking people? No, because we interact with people all day long. America is a so-called melting pot. The thing is, our economics and our mental and our brain cells melted away when we met this Asian. Or we started having sex with this white girl, this Jewish dude, or we started having sex, all of a sudden we started losing our minds. You can't have sex and still keep your culture, fool. What's wrong with you? Damn, you can screw whoever you want to. That ain't never been nobody else's problem. Irish screw other people, Jews screw other people, Mexicans screw other people. Now culturally, like when y'all trying to marry everybody, when you're trying to marry into those Mexican and Italian and Jewish and all those families, white, regular white families, then they have a problem. But as far as out here socializing, you can have sex with whoever the fuck you want to. They've been doing it all the time, either by force and supposed choice now. And then, we push this dumbass shit. Love is love. No, it isn't. Every Negro male to try to date seriously a Jewish white girl or a regular white girl, he'll tell you, even a black female, They try to date outside into these other cultures. They ain't gonna tell the truth and tell you the difficulty they had to go through to be accepted. Now the person's parents, if the parents not acting the fool, the grandparents gonna act the damn fool, because they come from the old country, old school, and they mean that shit. But we don't want to be honest about it. We just happy that we can get us somebody that's not black, and you have that right. There's a what I call a designed wedge that's been split between black men, American black men, American black women. It's unfortunate. But you know what? Lucky for us, we're just a drop in the bucket as it relates to the numbers of black people in this world. Africa has so many black people. So if we don't get along here, goddamn it, let's get our passport and let's go get along with the original black people in Africa. We can do that. America's not the only place we got black men and black women. We like to, we love the idea of us getting along or being together, but we see on social media that the division is real. And hell, in real life, y'all go to these clubs, y'all go to these brunches, black women don't look at black dudes like that unless you come in with a whole staff of photographers flashing lights on him. Oh shit, he famous. And then black men, they look at a lot of the guys, I'll say the more educated brothers with the college degrees, the certification, IT, they're doing really well. They're not holler checking for black chicks like that. They go around, not all, it's just a percentage. And I don't like when we focus on that small percentage, because I think it's a small percentage on both sides. However, that small percentage is too much for me. But I live in the reality. And we're going to get it together one day. And even if they have to continue to strike down what these Negroes call this shit? They're striking down all the progress, all the gains we've made in this country. No, there weren't really gains. Because can't nobody give you freedom. You have to take it. You can't beg nobody for shit. And so everything that we begged for and they gave us, they're in the process of dismantling it. And when they dismantle it, you should already have a backup plan. That is your own people. But we don't do that. So no, I wasn't tripping about that. Let them strip all the bullshit they got to that weird ass civil rights movement. It was stupid in the first place. But we know that I told y'all the two groups who wanted civil rights instead of human rights, that was the black gays and black Greeks. Because a lot of them are one and the same. They wanted assimilation and integration because they wanted good jobs under white racism. That's what they wanted. They didn't want the people to fight for like Liberian independence in this country. James Brooks, good morning, man. What's up? And so that shit there is what trips me out. And so keep doing it. To the so-called white conservative, white Republican, and then a closeted anti-black liberal, anti-black Democrat, anti-black liberal. They go, yeah, we're your friends. I'm a white liberal. I'm a bleeding heart. They don't give a shit about you. The Democrats want to see black folks on their knees begging so they can feel benevolent. They can feel special. See, we're helping. Let me tell you, want to know who the white Democrat is? Who the white liberal is? I'm going to give y'all a perfect example. Y'all want to know who it is so y'all understand? We said, what do you mean by the anti-black white liberal and white Democrat? You know who that person is? Y'all remember the movie The Color Purple? All right. If you watch it, I will find you. If you black, you have not seen the movie The Color Purple, I will find you personally and snatch your damn black card out your hand. And madam, if you got in your purse, you're gonna be a victim of a purse snatching. I'm gonna throw your purse back once I get your card out your damn your corn purse, wherever the hell you keep it. I ain't gonna take no money. I'm just gonna snatch your card. So having said that, y'all know in the movie Color Purple, you had the mayor and the mayor's wife. Y'all remember when she came up on Sophia? Hey, oh, your children are so clean. Oh, yeah, thank you, master. Thank you, Yassam. You want to clean my house? And she said, hell no. Remember that? Hell no. Well, let's go 8 years after that. She got beat and put in the jail. And so all of a sudden, she ended up working for the mayor's wife anyway, right? And so she gave her a day off in 8 years. And she went over to the house, and the children are all grown, big and stuff, and everybody got a little older. They ain't seen old Sophia. And she couldn't, and the mayor's wife had learned how to drive. I mean, she was trying to learn to drive a stick shift because Sophia was teaching her. So she said, yeah, I'm going to drive you home, and I'm going to come back and pick you up. And so, got to the house, and the mayor's wife could not put the damn thing in gear, and Harpo and all the men around there trying to help her. And she get to panicking, because they would say, wait a minute now, Miss Millie, y'all. Miss Millie, let's help you. And all of a sudden, she went into this Karen, histrionics. Get away from me. Get away from me. Them boys trying to hurt me. Oh, my God, them boys. And then Harpo said, "There's no such a thing. No such a thing." And then she kept yelling at them, get away from me. When she got out the car and couldn't drive the mother lover, she was backing up like they was trying to attack her. Get away. I'm the mayor's wife. And here's the white Democrat's voice. I'm the mayor's wife. I've always been kind to the coloreds. I've always been good to you people. Y'all hear that? That's what she said. That is the white Democrat. That is the white liberal. They like you when they're feeling benevolent and they're over you. But as soon as you get up to the level of equality, they don't mind you having sex. But when you start talking about the money, everybody get in their respective corners. And I need black Americans to understand that, yeah, we all got white friends. They cool people. They let you in on some shit. But when it comes down to it, white America is not built on sharing. And those of us who went to white schools ever in your lives, upper class white schools, you was the black friend of 10 white folks, they kind of let you in on some of them little privileged secrets, didn't they? Yeah, I remember years ago, I was at this school, and this black kid, engineering student, young man, and he was in class. He was like one of the few black young men, black people in his class, engineering class. And he told me, he said, man, the professor in my class, we were getting ready for a major examination. Professor had the exam on his desk. He said, well, look, I'm going to leave it here. I'll see you guys on Monday. He left the test on his desk and left class. And you know what that meant, right? I don't know nothing about nothing what y'all do. About just make sure it's there when I get back. Yeah, he got in on it. They got the exam. They got copies of it. They gave him a copy because he's with them. See, that's how this works. And see, you got those few blacks. They could be either conservatives. They call them black conservatives. Or you can be just a regular black person. Those are the ones that feel so empowered because they got in on a couple of secrets. And then they look at their own people like, hey, stupid, I got it. How come you? That's why I'm not a huge fan of black conservatives. They got in, they were the black kid who was around one bunch of white folks and got a chance to get the exam before everybody else, like they normally do. Have you the impression that white kids are really smart like that? No, they go under white privilege. So having said that, the 4th of July, I need us to understand the history of it and to next year, from this day forth, start celebrating our stuff. Now, I know a lot of you are going to pop firecrackers tonight and all that just because it's something ingrained as we've been doing it. Then the criminals use it as a time to act a fool and all of that. But I need us to understand it's okay. It's okay to have your white friend, your white girlfriend, your white boyfriend, your Mexican friends. And it's okay for all of that. But until you understand that it's okay to have a nation within a nation, have a culture among cultures, we'll always be the laughing stock. We'll always be looked at as like less than, and those white liberals will continue to look at black people like, oh, those poor blacks. I wonder why they can't make it. If they would just stop killing each other, if they would just pull themselves up and just You know, oh, and maybe I can help them by, well, I'll bring them out a bottle of water. Because if your white friends, with your white liberal friends, with your friends, when you bring up reparations, if they're not up there with the black fist and going to the White House with you, they're not your friends. Because one thing about it, they're going to protect their whiteness before they, when it's measured against their friendship with you. Oh, now, Rico, you're talking against people being friends and people being in love. No, I'm not. I'm cool. But let me tell y'all something. You ask any Hispanic, any Jew, any homosexual, anybody white, that I've ever come across, they'll tell you, oh my God, Rico is awesome. Rico is cool. Because I am. I don't mistreat anybody, I swear. But I have a philosophy, I have a stance on my race and my group just like everyone else does. I don't mistreat anybody, I don't disrespect anybody. You know, unless you disrespect or try to mistreat me, whatever, regardless of race and sexual orientation. But I understand that race is a race. It is a race for power. It is a race for resources. And black Americans have gotten so distracted by the foolishness, multiculturalism, diversity and inclusion. What's that other shit? Diversity and inclusion, multiculturalism, multiracial. We fail for all these damn distractions. Civil rights. Voting right, all the dumb shit. If we're supposed to be whole Americans, why the fuck do we care about some fucking voting right every 2 years, every 4 years? Whenever the white Democrats come out to get your votes, they train the black Democrats to do this very well. You know, the Republicans try to take your right to vote away. And what we need to, all the fuck voting rights, per se, we need to challenge is why every 25 years the black Americans have to have their rights, so-called voting rights, ratified or accepted every 25 years in the Senate and the Congress. And they do it just like, okay, give it to them. But see, that makes me nervous. I mean, at any point, when those Democrats and those Republicans decide to come together like they do on things that they really want, they know they both can benefit from. You know, like sending all our money to the immigrants and sending all our money to Ukraine. Even black people's tax dollars go to immigrants and creating grant blocks for the LGBT, mainly the white ones, but blacks they happen to be getting there because they're friends with somebody white that's gay. Yeah, black gays, y'all need to get it together. Y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. Y'all getting in because y'all got white friends. A lot of black gays are dying in record numbers as opposed to their white gay counterparts, but that's another video. Black gays don't want to hear this. Because a lot of them black gays got white boyfriends, white wives. See, everybody trying to, we don't have any faith in our own race. We don't. We're trying to connect something. And then you got these stupid Negroes talking about well, we had allies. Nothing wrong. Where your allies there when it comes to reparations? I'm talking about fucking 4th of July. Where your allies at? Everything that we really need to bring us up to par like everybody else. And it's not about who works hard or who doesn't work the hardest. No one has ever worked as hard as the African American in this country. No one. And then you purposely redline, you purposely discriminate on jobs to keep blacks out and like to replace them and give them with replacement groups like immigrants and then put out this false narrative. We know a lot of black men don't want to work. When you say that, you say something that's very significant. Black men. Men ain't gonna be treated like dogs. You know, so we're just like any other American. God damn it. Don't pay us $11 for a $25 hour job. Fuck you. We don't have to accept that. Yeah. Then y'all slick move the immigrants up. So y'all doing? All right. So, you know, we're going to get it together one day. But, but we use this 4th, you know, not as anything significant. I know most of us don't be giving a shit about all that. We come together with our families. We barbecue as a sign of us coming together. I know a lot of us don't just be into it like that. But after this day, I need us to start taking our days, our people, our history seriously. And stop allowing it to become someone else's day of profit. You know, we don't really need America to have our days off. Malcolm X's birthday is very significant to me. And I'm glad nobody's been pushing to try to make it a federal holiday, because it'll be made into some trash like they did with MLK. Hell, all the holidays, really. But really, like our holidays, MLK should be something that's more respectful. But, they find any occasion to booty shake and to thug out on, or to continue to perpetuate the lie. No, Martin Luther King, he believed in all people should be together, blah, blah. But they'll never talk about the last year of Dr. King when he says, "Where's our check?" They'll never talk about that, MLK. So we're the ones who're supposed to be pushing up our own. And then most importantly, we need to come together as a race to rid ourselves of all of the miscreants who want to, keep the nigger flowing in our community. Because we talk about how they promote the LGBT. These white corporations also promote thug. And we need to stand up against that. All of us who are decent. There's a lot of us who are decent, but we sit silently. From this day forth, come on somebody. We need to make a vow to form organizations, to form groups to combat the rap industry, the R&B industry that continues to put out these negative, disgusting images of our people, and find out who these dirty systems are that fund and empower thug and nigger in our race. All you gotta do is just start protesting those artists, then they'll start changing the music. They'll start changing what's on TV as well. Withdraw your money, but you have to be of the mindset to understand how powerful that is. We always sit around and see how white folks can take people out. Yeah, they own a lot of the system, but your money is more powerful than what their attitude is. You stop buying something, they're gonna change it. That's how it works. Stop buying it, stop giving it money, stop giving it your presence, it'll stop. So if we stop buying thug, we stop showing up for nigger, we stop helping to promote nigger and thug and thought, it'll disappear. And then train our sons and daughters, that's not who you are. It'll stop. So anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. It's your man Rico the Opinionist. Please like, share, and subscribe. Go to my description box where it talks about my little PDF, my little short story, 50 pages long. It's pretty good from what people tell me. It's only $10. $ Rico the Opinionist. Rico the Opinionist. If you decide to hit your boy on the Cash App, please leave me an email address. And if you don't want to purchase the PDF, hey, just hit your boy on the Cash App anyway, or the PayPal, Rico the Opinionist. I really appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. I'll talk to y'all in the future. This your man Rico. Peace.